Hello, streaming to you live. I'm Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Today is Saturday, May 2nd, 2026. It's day number 383, wearing the incredible X39. And the countdown is on. 140 days left until I turn the big 50. Today I want to talk about how to achieve faster recovery from exercise. Simple subject. And then I will follow up with today's workout, which is a 10-minute high-intensity interval training session, followed with fitness stress testing. So, how do you achieve faster recovery from exercise? It's a combination of things. And there is a variety of opinions that are surfacing around the World Wide Web. And what works best for you may not work for somebody else. However, there are certain things that are foundational for everybody. Absolutely everybody. And what are those foundational things? Well, one of them is oxygen. Because we all know that if you take a rope, such as this, I'm just going to demonstrate. And if we go like this and we squeeze tight, what happens? If you hold it long enough, or if it's done long enough, you know that you're done. You're dead. So that's pretty foundational for everybody. There's no excuse around it. Now, there are people that talk about doing meditation and breathing to increase the amount of oxygen inside your body. Does that help? It does. Now, where you live can drastically affect that. So if you live where I live, where I'm at a higher elevation, the air is known to be thinner. So is it harder to get oxygen into your body? Yeah. What happens if you go mountain climbing on Mount Everest and you want to climb to the top of the mountain? What do most people take with them when they're going up that mountain? Oxygen. Because their body is unable to process the thin air that's up there. However, there are some people that say, oh, if you climatize by sitting at base camp at Mount Everest, then you develop a tolerance, or your body naturally climatizes, I guess is the right word, to the air, the amount of oxygen that's in the air. So when you get up to the top, you don't have to wear an oxygen mask. So, does oxygen play a role in faster recovery from exercise? It does. It does. So, but what else also plays a role with that? Well, it's it's the hydrogen that's inside your body. And where do you get it? You got to drink it. Because the oxygen is attached to the hydrogen, and that's the second best way to get oxygen into your body. Now, what's also important is that whatever choice you make should be the cleanest and most absorbable. It's just straight old-fashioned common sense. Now, are you getting that? If you're not, then what is the best options for you? Well, there are several different types of pieces of equipment that can give you this, that can offer something. But are there differences between those pieces of equipment? There are. So when you're making a choice, make sure you choose wisely. And look for solid evidence. All I'm saying, solid evidence. Something that is not what's the best word I can use to describe this? Jazzed up, I guess. Or made something that's inflated to look good. Because when it comes right down to it, there should be real hard evidence to really validate if something is claiming what they're saying and what actually happens. Right? I think that's good. If you're observing something and thinking, okay, what is really transpiring? And is there consistency from one person to the next? If there's not consistency, then what is causing that inconsistency? So when there's studies that are being done on people, like, you got to really have as much consistent variables in order to make a claim of sorts. Now, I'm just one person of many that are doing things like I am. But are they consistent in their methods? And I'll explain what I'm referring to. And largely because yesterday I did the Feel It Friday workout. Okay. And after I did the session, I went and I tabulated all the results in the log that I've created, which I share. Anybody can look at it. And yesterday I realized I had one mistake here in the in the tabulation, which was this here, the total reps and for round 1 and round 2. And basically I fixed that so that way it calculates correctly. Reason being because when you add these numbers, 120, 104, and 98, it gives you 100 or 307 and 11. 311. Okay, total reps. But also, as part of yesterday's review, I compared the previous week of results to that of yesterday. And when I look at the log, I finished the session in 17 minutes and 57 seconds, whereas yesterday I was 18 minutes and 4 seconds. So week over week, one would say, well, you were slower. Well, yes, I was, but there was a reason for it. And it has to do with the amount of reps for each type of face card that was flipped. So in the first round compared to last week, there was 16.67% more of kings. And that's just more jumping jacks. Only 1.92 of the queens, but 2% less of skipping overall in the first round. But the total reps was 5.7% higher overall over the last week's result. And when I look at this from a first round to second round and I look at the time, I think, okay, I'm able to sustain my energy levels throughout the workout week over week. And this for me is an important piece of information because it's validating for me that the changes or the choices that I'm making are staying consistent, and my body's ability to keep performing at a high level is staying consistent with that. I'm seeing it in real time. And from an athletic point of view, if this is something that you're looking to achieve, well, you can achieve it. You just got to make good choices. And when I'm talking about good choices, I'm talking about foundational stuff. Number one, I rely on my digestive system to fuel my body, to make sure that all the foods that I'm eating, my body is my stomach is breaking down those proteins and any carbs that I'm consuming. That's number one. And that we've had our digestive system since birth. So if there's one thing you know you can rely on, you rely on that. Now, number two, I rely on the cleanest and most absorbable water, which in my opinion is deuterium depleted water with a hydrogen molecular bond angle of 114 degrees. And since I introduced that water 5 years ago, I started noticing things. One was eczema gone. Two, mental clarity starts, coming back. My memory is strong. When I'm playing my accordion, I can play songs like lickety split, one after another, no problem. I'm not here trying to get to relying on the CPU to say, oh, where's the file in the database, and is it accessing it fast? Yeah, it's accessing it fast, and it reflects in my performance. So if you ever hear me play live, that's another, how would you say, validation. Number three. Now, so I got the digestive system, the deuterium depleted water. What's number three? Number three is salt. And the reason I say salt is but specifically mineralized salt, because there's a lot of minerals in the salt that our bodies are not getting. If you're buying table salt that's just sodium and chloride, you're missing out. And the reason why I say that with salt is because I'm not consuming any creatine monohydrate. None. Nor am I consuming any whey protein. Or any injectable peptide. None. Now, why is this important? Well, because your body needs, for one, the 3 pieces of magnesium, or the 3 types of magnesium, to help absorb the water. Now, if that water is high in energy and is really absorbable, guess what happens? It sucks it up like no tomorrow. And you reap the benefits from that. And I know that I'm reaping the benefits because when I do the fitness stress testing, I am really pushing the limit. And my legs, my calf muscles, they do not cramp when I'm doing this test. And I know how it feels when muscles cramp. When you can't jump anymore, that's not good. But here, I'm doing it live, and you never see me stop. So that's your first validation to say, oh, he's doing something high repetitive, but he's not suffering any consequences. What is he doing? Salt has a lot to do with it in combination with the water. So again, if you're looking to increase your athletic performance, that's foundational. Foundational. Now, number 4 is what I call the tap on the shoulder. And why do I call it the tap on the shoulder? It's because this tap is the signal to your body to say, hey, those proteins that you're getting from your digestive system, don't forget to do what you need to do with it. And what is that? It's to synthesize the peptides from the amino acids that you're eating. When you fuel your body the right way, and your stomach acid is at low pH, meaning 1 or 2 pH, that's acidic. It's going to break down all those proteins really effectively. And that is crucial for synthesizing peptides in your body. Crucial. Because if you look at solid studies, one I'm going to show you right now is here. It says the LifeWave X39 patch uses phototherapy to stimulate a rebalancing of the body. Merriam-Webster dictionary defines phototherapy as light therapy. Okay? It is the use of light in specific wavelengths that vary based on the intended effect to stimulate a specific physiological change. Okay? And this light wavelength is what I talk about, this tap on the shoulder, like this. That's what it is. Essentially what it's doing. The copper tripeptide 1, which is the GHK-Cu, is a small protein composed of 3 amino acids, protein building blocks, glycine, histidine, and lysine, combined in a specific geometric configuration with the physiological beneficial mineral copper. This tripeptide was first isolated from human plasma albumin in 1973 by Dr. Laurent Picard. Additional research has established the strong affinity the GHK peptide has for copper and exists in 2 forms, GHK and GHK-Cu. To date, no research of the use of GHK and GHK-Cu has shown elevated liver enzymes. Picard and Thaler, 1973, state. So, based on anecdotal observation, it was felt that a possible change in both the tripeptide GHK and the copper tripeptide GHK-Cu might be factors in the effects of produced by the patch described below. Research has identified that the GHK and the GHK-Cu peptides are used to signal the beginning of the natural repair process and demonstrated to improve tissue remodeling. GHK-Cu increases keratinocyte or cyte proliferation and normal collagen synthesis, improves skin thickness, skin elasticity and firmness, improves wrinkles, photo damage, and uneven pigmentation. It improves skin clarity and tightens protective barrier proteins. So, the science that goes behind peptides has been well studied now for the past 10 years. And it's no secret that peptides, when synthesized naturally inside the body, have very strong therapeutic effects. So what is needed for that to occur? Well, you need to have the 3 pieces first, which is the digestive system. Second, clean and absorbable water. Third, good salts. And what's in those salts? You can find mineralized copper too. Traces of copper in salt. And so when you add the deep infrared light, guess what? That's the tap on the shoulder says, all right, now I can do something. So when you start combining these things together, is it going to result in faster recovery? Is it just coincidence that I experience the level of athleticism day in and day out? Is it just coincidence? I'm going to be 50 years old and I can skip like the Energizer Bunny. Get me outside and run. I'll outrun anybody. And I see people walking their dog. I see them every single day. Every single day. There's only one person in my area that runs with their dog. Only one. in all the pet owners I've seen. Everyone else either walks or one I see riding a bike. Okay, riding a bike is good, but I think they should run with the dog. If you got a dog, you run with it. Because then you're going to reap the benefits. But if you're overweight, well then that's a problem. You got to fix something. How many people walk their dogs are overweight? Large percentage. And how many have dogs that are overweight? Large percentage. I'm not trying to criticize those people. I'm just trying to point out what's obvious. Now, I don't know the challenges that some of these people experience or are dealing with, because they might have medical things, right? But what got them to that point? Or most people, when they're first born, do they have medical issues? More now, they say, oh yeah, it's ADHD. Oh yeah, I wonder what's causing that. Like that, I can go off on a tangent talking about that if you wanted to, but I'm not going to today. But generally speaking, most people that are born do not have severe medical issues. They only develop them after the fact, and it has everything to do with the choices that they make. So be smart about your choices. I know there's things that look fancy and they taste all kind of interesting. You know, it's like the carrot that's dangling in front of you. Oh, if I just have one of those carrots, maybe it's okay, you know. But you still have to be careful. So make good choices. So I talked about 4 things. I rely on my digestive system for faster recovery. I rely on the cleanest and most absorbable water, which is deuterium depleted. 3, salts. 4, deep infrared light. Taps you on the shoulder. 5 is exercise. Training the muscle. Not just walking. Walking for me is not enough. It will never be enough. Even if you're working a physical job, it's not enough. Unless your physical job is playing on a sports team, then that's covered. But then even if you're playing professional sports, you still need the first 4. You still will need it. So that's a given, because exercise alone is known to reset and regenerate 78 DNA genes. That's it. But when the body has several thousand more, how do you do it? How do you reset and regenerate that balance? That's where the top 4 pieces come into play. And then the last thing that I like to do, as far as to increase fat, how to recover faster. So I talked about 6 things, which is digestive system, water, deuterium depleted. 3, salt. 4, deep infrared light. 5 is exercise. And the last one, let me see, did I get it right? Water, salt, infrared light, exercise. Yeah, the last one is going to be your own perfect medicine. Some people say, oh, it's crazy. I don't think it is. Because your body also will create what it needs if it doesn't have enough of the first four. How does it do that? Well, there's a reason for urea cream. And how are these peptides being made? How are stem cells made? Is there a cheap way to do it? Just think about this for a moment. When you are first, after you're conceived in the mother's womb, the body, the fetus starts to grow into a child. Okay? What do you think ambiotic fluid that's inside the placenta? What is that? Just asking the question. Is it a form of urine? But yet you're in the placenta that's got urine. Is that beneficial for you? Does your body stop producing stem cells? Ask yourself this question. No, but it's waste. How is it waste when I'm fueling and replenishing my body with the cleanest and most absorbable water? How is it waste? I ask myself this question. Is it beneficial? Well, it's very, very well known that if a woman wants to test if she is pregnant or not, what does she do? Well, it's a pregnancy test. How accurate is it? It's pretty accurate. Most women, they say, if you take a pregnancy test, it'll tell you if you're pregnant or not. You don't need to go to a doctor. What? So what is the pregnancy test looking for or looking at? What is it test for? It's a specific hormone that's in the urine. And when the test sees that hormone, then guess what? Ta-da! You're pregnant. So if your body is producing hormones by way of your urine, could that mean maybe it could be reused if you're lacking it? I'm just saying. The reason why I say this because my facial hair, it grows fast. It's never been this way. And I'm just saying, your own perfect medicine, does it help? Now, when I combine all the pieces together, like this, am I unlocking my bioenergy right there? The term. Am I unlocking it? Is it expensive? Not really. This is not that expensive. Now the water is, because there's only one device that can make it. And then you have operating costs. So you have a house. You got to pay for your power. You got to pay for your utility. So does the cost of this go up? Or is there a cost associated with that? Yeah, there is. So, but is there a cost for your own perfect medicine? It's free. That's why, if you were to read the book, this one right here, on the back cover, the first thing I see, it's the most astounding proven natural cure that medical science has ever discovered. Yet none of the incredible research findings on this incomparable natural medicine have ever been revealed to the public. So is there benefits to using your own perfect medicine? You don't know until you try. It's as simple as that. So, am I reaping the benefits of growth hormone, let's say, if my body is producing it? Testosterone. My facial hair is telling me this because it's never grown this fast before. It's never. For those who know me personally, no. I tried, always had weak facial hair. Always. But not so much anymore. Do I have a weak body to do the fitness stress testing? Well, we're going to find out. So I'm going to see if I can reach that goal of 250 skips in 67 seconds with the black rope. I've been trying for weeks. So, yesterday I had a complex carb, had a few servings of quinoa made with deuterium depleted water, and some goulash made with fresh or canned tomatoes. Did it at home. And with beef in it, so some other vegetables. And I had some egg yolks, so good source of protein, or eggs and yolks as well yesterday. So we'll see how that fares today. And I'm wearing the X39 and also the X49. There's one, and there's the second one. Oh, let's see here. So I've been wearing that. I put it on the X49 just prior. The X39 was when I woke up this morning. And then last night, while I was sleeping, I wear the YH Renew. So we'll see how it goes today. And I have finished drinking a cup. So the 10-minute HIIT is going to be with the rope here. I'm going to use the Buddy Lee Rope Master. I like this rope, especially for this particular HIIT. And I'm going to set the tempo at 165. Let's see here. Bluetooth speaker turned off. And it's needs to be reset. There we go. So 10 minutes, and let's begin. Oh, I just realized I didn't set my heart rate monitor, because I want to be able to see that as well. So my apologies for not being there. We go. All right. Let's try this again. So matching the pace of 165. This past week I've been doing higher overall intensity with the tempo. So for today's session, doing just 10 beats slower. So 10 steps slower. Just trying to focus on my breathing a little bit here. So obviously my heart rate jumped up high there. Listen to my breathing rate. Not high. I feel really comfortable. How is it at 186 I can still talk? Just saying. And see, feels good. Like 170, whatever it is, just feels like everything's normal, which it is. 200, then I'm breathing. And now my body has kind of acclimatized, if you want to call it that. Am I unlocking my bioenergy? Really? So far it feels really good. I think it's going to be interesting to see how this fitness stress testing goes. Oh my goodness. All right, so while I wait the 2 minutes here, I'm gonna refill with deuterium depleted water. So I'm gonna show you. This is a fresh batch made yesterday. There we go. Make sure I just get the camera right. There. Feels real good. Now, 10 minutes of skipping is said to be equivalent to half an hour worth of running. So if you're looking to maximize your efforts, skipping is a really good way to do it. And there are different options. You can get different weighted ropes and so forth to help with strengthening, the arms and so forth. But there are limitations to that, and that's one of the reasons why I also do vibration plate training, because it's important. Because the rope doesn't get enough. And if you want to have an athletic, strong body, you gotta be training the body to respond. And it's like if you're gonna do shoulder medial deltoids, like there's only so much. How many people hold the rope like this and spin it? How many people do it? Nobody does. They're always holding it relaxed like this. So does the medial deltoid get the attention that it needs? Nope, it doesn't. So this is why I do vibration plate training the way I do, to maximize the amount of time that I allocate for training the body. And doing so is beneficial, and it correlates into other activities as well. So if anybody says that skipping is not transferable, oh, it is. Trust me. Probably one of the best things that you can do for your coordination, because it forces you to have that mind muscle connection, but at the electrical standpoint. It's so beneficial for you. So today's fitness stress test, I'm going to start with showing you that I'm going to use the rope, this black one here that has the kink in it. Okay, you see it right there, the kink. This rope here has been used a lot, and I have been using it as the kind of the benchmark against the very first time I did the test, which was back in 2018. And when I do this test now, I'm leaps and bounds faster than what I was now 8 years ago. "8 years, you say, wow, and you're faster? Why is that?" Well, it has a lot to do with the choices that I'm making. And in fact, it has everything to do with the choices that I'm making. So, today's stress test will be at the pace of 224 beats per minute, which is 3. I'll show you here. I'm just going to switch screens. So by doing the fitness stress testing, it's a skipping at a rate of 3.7313 revolutions per second. So much faster than what I just did. So at a pace of 173, right, which is 2.8736 revolutions per second. That's almost what I just did now during the high intensity. So is it easy for me to reach 250 skips at a pace of 173? Yes, it is. It's very easy for me. And that's what makes this stress test uh, valuable in demonstrating to you that I am saying what I'm saying. Now look at my heart rate. You see it's dropped down to 73, like almost resting completely. Now if I sit down, I've got a I should show you. Maybe one of these days I'll do it. This rocking chair. That's how you describe it. A rocking chair. And my wife, back in many years ago, was sitting in the chair and rocking our child to sleep. And even I did it too. And if I sit in the chair and rock a little bit, would I fall asleep? Maybe. It certainly would calm me down, probably. So much so where my heart rate would drop down into maybe the 50s. It'd probably take a few minutes because after exercising, your heart rate's going to be elevated. And for me, my sleeping heart rate is around, well, the last time I recorded it was 42 overnight. And I did that back in, I believe it was November, if I remember correctly. I have an episode live stream that's dedicated strictly to that, to the resting heart rate. And that's where I wore this sensor. I normally don't like to wear anything. I don't wear an Apple Watch or Whoop or a smartwatch of any kind. I do not. And the only time I'm recording my heart rate is when you see me here. That's it. Unless I either specifically did it, like when I was sleeping. Other than that, I don't wear any other device. Don't need to. So, this is Bluetooth enabled, so it's not as bad as 5G. And so it's, how would you say, a little safer. But, you know, I'm okay with wearing it for half an hour or 45 minutes a day. And Sundays I don't wear anything, so. See any wrinkles? Now you do. Now you don't. So, fitness stress testing at 224. Change the camera here. So, can I do this? This is the question. I'm going to try. I'm really going to try today. One thing I'm going to try not to do is lift my hands so far up, meaning high, to try to keep my hands down as low as possible to assist with making sure that the rope travels right against the ground. And that's something I've been kind of thinking about the past 20 minutes, because that's what was happening when I was skipping with the other rope. I was lifting it up higher and I was like, oh, there it is, I tripped again. So, and that's just my way of experimenting with relaxation and so forth, and I'm going to try that today. So, 224. Tick, 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 tick. So I'm going to start the counter on 0, 0, 0, 0, and I need 62.5 of the 4 beats, and that will be 250. Okay. Ah, I see what happened. I lowered. Aha. So when I put lower, okay. Try that again. Heart rate jumped right up. Just gonna see here. Where my hands need to be. Yeah, okay. That's where I'm gonna leave them. Just so I wasn't coordinated, I was trying to catch up with the timer. And I foobarred that one. Yeah. Okay. Zero. Ah. If there's one thing I didn't like, it was the feeling I was getting in the thumbs. Because I was leading the tempo with the thumb. And because of that, I can feel the muscle here that the thumb is activated from. And yeah, that's what started to hurt. Now, part of me wonders if I should go like this or have my thumb up, either more forward. Would it be easier? I don't know. I'm going to try it throughout the week. We'll see. But I will leave that test with that last attempt, and I will try the next one with the lighter rope. Excuse me. Now, with this rope, I was kind of doing the same thing where I was last week, where I was trying to figure out what length is the easiest way to manage the discomfort that I experience from holding the handles a certain way. So I'm going to experiment. Yeah. I'm just trying holding the handle with my thumb pointing that direction as opposed to pointing up. So here it's up. You wouldn't think that holding the handle a certain way would affect performance, but it does. And this is what's running through my mind. I'm just trying this because I normally it's kind of hard to decide for me because of the tempo in which this is done, that I'm doing this. All right, I'm just going to try to be relaxed and attempt this. I turned my wrist, and because of that it was too abrupt. I should have done it gradually, but that's what happened. I tripped. Believe it or not, that's what it was. So I'm wondering if this is okay. Holding the handle at the longest point, if I hold my wrist this way, then I can, a larger part of my knuckle is over the handle. So this knuckle here, as opposed to my thumb joint. And because of that, it takes the pressure off of the thumb. I'm going to try that. Zero, 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 zero. I tripped. it was feeling good. Different. So kind of holding the rope as if I was flying, like this. Like that. Huh. I don't know how many skips I did, but I'm sure there was at least 30 seconds worth. All right. I think part of me is overthinking this a little bit too much. Which I'm okay with, or I shouldn't be okay with, but I'm just trying to get the oxygen to flow back into the forearms. I'm kind of stretching the muscle a little bit. Part of me wonders if I were to take the X49 patches and place them right here on the forearms, on both the right and left. It doesn't probably help that my armband here is where it is, because does that contribute? A little bit of constriction would cause an excess buildup. So, and the reason why I say this is because I notice there's a difference between the right and the left. It's not a big percentage difference, but it's there. So part of me thinks about what this is doing as well. All right, so let's try this. I'm going to try using the same technique that I used in the last attempt, where I was holding. We're going to make sure that my knuckles are facing the ceiling, so more of an upward type feel. And this here I have more it's more relaxed for me. I think I have more muscular help, versus if I was just leading with the thumb and this muscle on each side cramps too much. Largely because of the first rope, it's a heavier one, so there's only so much that I can take. All right. Hit my hand and my ear. Ha! Ay, ay. That was not fun. Try that again. Ouch. That hurt. That stung. The way the rope hit my fingers. I wouldn't think it would, but it did. Ouch. No, I can't. Skipping that way with this rope is not good. So I'm going to lead with the thumb, so holding it upwards.
I think that attempt was good. Part of me wonders if I should try doing the testing when I'm completely fresh. And this is something that I have done before. And maybe that's what I will attempt to do next week. So, there we go. Kind of recovered already now. So today's date stamp, May 2nd, 2026. Starting time at 3:50 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, so a little later today. Maximum heart rate I hit was, you can see here, 194. And I remember when it happened, largely because my body was trying to recover at that time. And that was during the 10-minute HIIT. So you can see, hit that heart rate zone here. So when the screen turned orange and it got close again during the HIIT. So, and for me that signifies the reduction in oxygen in my body. So that means oxidative stress is increasing, and that's when I start breathing more, or my body's calling for more oxygen. So when I talk about trying the fitness test with being fresh, could it help me? I think so, in achieving that goal. So perhaps that'll be a takeaway for next week. And that's it for this week. Tomorrow I will be taking a day off. And if you wanted to take some time to explore the benefits that I talk about from the use of the technology and also the choices that I make, you can visit unlockyourbioenergy.godaddysites.com or scan the QR code, or click on the links that you find in the description and power your DNA with the best, in my opinion. I think that that's the way to go, and it's not that expensive. Just saying. So tune in on Monday for Move It Monday. It'll be pull exercises on Monday. So that's where I'll be doing back and biceps. So tune in then, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Eat well, sleep well, and experience the benefits. See you then.